Wednesday morning. Thank you for joining me for Mornings in the Word. We're going to be taking a look at some of the thoughts the Bible has, or some of the statements the Bible makes about complaining, and how complaining affects more than just our short term. We think back to whenever I think of complaining, the first thing I think about is the Israelites when they're walking through the desert for all those years, and they would complain literally about everything that happened. Um, they were complaining about food, and God supplied manna every day on the ground for them. And they complained that it's not meat, so He gave them quail up to their waist. Um, and just every step they made, it seemed like it came with complaining and grumbling, and that was just hard for the Lord at that time. The Bible talks about the way that God's wrath fell on the Israelites a couple different times just because He had enough of their complaining. It's like a parent when you have a car full of kids, and in the back seat it's just constant complaining, constant problems, and after a while you're just like, all right, we're just going home. Shut it down. We're not going to go where we were going. We're not going to do what we were doing because I'm not going to deal with this anymore. If you guys want to complain, you can go home and complain to yourself. But unfortunately, we forget that as adults and as Christians and as people in general, and we have a tendency to just complain, just be complainers. And it got me thinking about what we're saying when we complain. We're complaining about our circumstances. We're complaining about a hand we're dealt. We're complaining about our job or whatever. What we're really saying in our complaint, even though it might be something like, gosh, this car just isn't good enough, this house isn't good enough, what we're really saying in all these things is, God, I don't trust your plan. I don't trust what you've got going on here. And that's a little harsh, maybe a little brutal, but that's a clear sign of lack of faith when complaining is what flows from us. When our heart is full of complaints and unhappiness towards all of our circumstances, all of our stuff, it speaks to our feeling about God that I don't trust God in any of this stuff. So I'm going to look at a couple verses today. We're going to start with Philippians 2:14. And this passage is, I'm not going to read the whole passage, but the passage is titled, Shine Brightly for Christ. So I'll pick it up in verse 12. Philippians 3:12. Shine brightly for Christ. Dear friends, you always followed my instructions when I was with you, and now that I am away, it is even more important. Work hard to show the results of your salvation, obeying God with deep reverence and fear. For God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases Him. Do everything without complaining and arguing, so that no one can criticize you. Live clean, innocent lives as children of God, shining like bright lights in a world full of crooked and perverse people. So that's what that speaks to God's heart there. Like, if we're showing our salvation by obeying God with deep reverence and fear, there's no room for complaining. Complaining comes when we don't have fear of the Lord. Complaining comes when we don't have any reverence for what the Lord has done in our lives. Complaining is a byproduct of the devil. Like, the devil's whispering in your ear, you deserve better than that. You've worked too hard for this. This is not fair. Those are all lies from the pit of hell that the devil's whispering in every one of our ears. And we have to have that Spirit of the Lord, the Holy Spirit, to filter that stuff and say, you know what, stop it. I trust what the Lord is doing right now. And if I don't understand it, and I probably won't understand it, but I'm not going to complain about it. So, one day, Cleo and I, my wife, saw, it was just a website, it was on Facebook, and it said, go 24 hours without complaining and see what happens. And, neither one of us are huge complainers, but we do complain from time to time, so we were like, well, let's try this 24 hours without complaining. Just see what happens. And as the day is bright, We went 24 hours and didn't complain, and our stress level was gone. Our fear and anxiety and all the things that we're used to just kind of melted away. Now, granted, the house wasn't as clean as it sometimes is, um, you know, but whatever. You know what I mean? That's a small price to just have peace. You know, to just have peace in the water. You know, even though I don't love everything that happens and it's not all my favorite thing, I got faith that this is God's plan, and whatever He's got planned is good enough for me. So far be it from me to not have faith and to complain about it. So I hope that encourages somebody today. If you can go 24 hours without complaining, do it. Try it. Today might be harder than other days with the election last night and a lot of people up late. There might be a lot of grumpy people today. They have something not positive to say, but try it. Try the 24 hours without complaining and see how your heart feels. See how your soul is at ease after that. I Google searched the Bible for verses about complaining, and there's lots and lots and lots. So I mean the Bible's replete with messages of don't complain. Just have faith. Just believe that even though it doesn't look great right this minute, this is the right thing. So I'm gonna wrap it up. 24 hours, no complaints. If you do it, comment, let me know how it goes. Tell somebody about Jesus today. I want to invite everybody to church, Whole Life Church. We're on the east side of Sturgis on US 12, across the street from the Dollar General. I'll save you a spot.